Okay, here we go for another level of the Dungeons Let's Play. So I did actually go back and get the missing skill point that I missed out on. It was there was another hero gate in the corner that was kind of hidden. You had to go looking for it. So I mean, I kind of dislike that in terms of map design. Again, I know I began this Let's Play by saying people were kind of wrong to compare this to Dungeon Keeper, but with map design I think it's valid. In Dungeon Keeper the map design always give you clues as to where hidden, secret, interesting things might be. In this one there was no indication, except maybe for there was a corner of the map that didn't seem to be being used. Maybe that's a good enough clue, I don't know. But I went and did it anyway, it wasn't too difficult. So this next level we'll go up against an enemy dungeon lord. We have an optional objective to trash 3 wine cellars. We'll be doing that for sure. Release 3 heroes from the prison. Yeah, that's easy done. Just wait till they're almost empty and let them go. Why not? And then do the obvious, win the level. And that's the only ones that have skill points. Scrolls for defeating heroes, defeating monsters, which is now valid because we're fighting an enemy. Not having very many goblins or having loads of goblins. Not having much prestige, which I'm probably not going to go for because prestige makes me strong and I like that. And destroying gimmicks. The presence of these ones makes me think of maybe one of the intentions was that instead of, as I've been doing, which is using low level gimmicks at the beginnings of the paths and scaling them up, maybe you're meant to be replacing the gimmicks as you go. Don't know exactly enough about the mechanics to really make a decision on that, but we'll see. But let's have a look, see what it's got for us. The cellar. Go destroy the cellar, yeah. Enemy dungeon heart, yeah. Okay, let's align the map. Pop out a goblin. Zoom out and pause. So what are we dealing with? 3 gates. There's a 4th down there we can go for. Oh, and one up there as well actually, so but that's closed and that's closed. So there's 3 up to 5 gates potentially. There's one there that seems to belong to the blue player. So the AI does have heroes to contend with. I suppose they need that to actually get stronger. Here's the wine cellars we have to destroy. And here's the enemy. Okay. So, let's get situated. You're going to spawn 50-50. And you're starting at level 9, so we will need libraries and armories. You are also a 50-50 spawner. Big pile of gold, big pile of gold. Here's some free gold here for us, and this might be sometimes, as you probably noticed, the Zombie King will have random bonus objectives for us. Might be related to that 50-50. So these 2 paths, this one and this one, need to be developed. This is the shortest one, but it does have like a pre-built room, so we put some gold. What do I have? 800 gold, 600 souls. That's not bad. We've got access to bats. And if we want skeletons. Any other monster shelters I can see? Is that one? No, it's a something though. Maybe it's the way into his dungeon. In 2 minds about that. Another thing that will be relevant here is the convert pentagram skill. 13 seconds is a long time when any attack will interrupt you. So that might be a nuisance, not having any points in that, but we'll make do. What's it lead to? It leads to better pentagrams. I'm not so sure about that. Area of influence and visibility, I'm sure, are not useless, but is there one, or am I making it up? Maybe it's from the expansion that gave the monsters that you spawn more hit points, which I think is generally pretty good. So yeah, I'm kind of loath to go down this path. Not too worried about cheaper prestige, cheaper gimmicks of either kind. Stronger Guardian definitely can be useful, but I'm not obsessed with it. Pessimism is interesting. I took it on my last playthrough, I remember. I ended up not using it very much, but if you cast it on a hero, they will immediately forget everything else and just march towards your dungeon heart. So I thought it might be useful for if there's a hero that's full on soul energy in a crowd, you could do like a drive-by, run in, cast pessimism on them and then escape, let them march to your heart, and you can beam back and get them, or let your guardian get them. But it's a requirement for invisibility, which I think I do want. Anyway, and I used my extra point to max out Life Leech, so it not only costs 30 mana with a 30-second cooldown, which is much more reasonable, and I just dropped a point in intelligence. I'm noticing this tooltip, 1 point in intelligence is 1 mana. I've got 56 mana right now, so we don't get very much. Now let me see, I've got a small prison, I've got a small armory. In a location where I don't think I necessarily want one because it's so next door, but that's fine. Now, what about timers? 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. So we're concerned with this one first. I could make this into a room, put some gold in it. I think I'll make it a combat arena. I think I mentioned last episode, maybe I'm being incorrect in my decision to put monsters very close to armories and libraries. So let's do an armory and a library there. Let's expand our territory with some I kind of want to just dig down here and put one there to get the skeletons though. I think I will actually. I don't know, it's going to be a pain. Alright, let's just do, we'll worry about that if we end up with a 1 monster population, which doesn't seem likely. So that's obviously the opposite of what I've just said I want to do, but we can delete it later. And what is the best route to get into this gold? Maybe just like this, and hopefully the heroes won't bother wandering in. It'll be unused space. Or maybe we'll turn it into a huge prestige room or something. They will need some gold. Now, I'd like to get up to at least medium piles of gold with 50 prestige. So to achieve that, can't put anything here until it's under my control, okay. I don't want too many things around here to lure them in. But I really might delete this armory for gold. I think I will. Could be a mistake, let's find out. There's even a treasure pile there, which I absolutely do not want there. Maybe this could be made into a better prison. Oh, there's stuff on the wall there. Stuff on the wall there. Still too small. Being a bit scatterbrained, this will be a prison. Don't want this pile of gold here either. So we'll focus on one path to the detriment of the others. I still don't have my skeletons. Nope. Maybe there just to get them under my control. I also thought about pairing vampire bats with other monster types actually if I've got enough population, because the stun might be the secret to letting the monsters get some hits in for the fighter heroes. So let's do that here. So when they pop out they will fight skeletons and bats. I would like rats for territory expansion, but and let's run and get the gold since it's free. Oh yes, speaking of gold. Oh no, where did I get all that prestige from? I think I've taken over an area that had gimmicks pre-made. Yeah, there's 35 from this, 1 from these. Yeah, so expanding my area of influence gave me all that prestige for free, so I can actually get big gold piles. I'm going to do it. Like I said, normally I don't like them to come out and fill up straight away, but the distance to my heart from there is so short, maybe it's better trying to get them maxed here and just dealing with it. So let's put 2 since we're not per. When these are dug out, we'll spend this money on. Oh, and there's more money here to be had. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Spend money on the armory and the library. Now I realise I'm neglecting 2 of the paths, but we'll just have to cope. gold. Can I shift queue orders? No. Is there some in that corner I can't see? Okay. Back home, please. And this, I think I don't mind going the long way just so heroes don't wander in. But again, I'm not going to overload my goblins, one thing at a time. Okay. I was going to say we could wait till he pops out. In fact, might as well with 9 seconds. The reason for not doing it would be to give the room time to charge up, but 9 seconds isn't going to make that much of a difference. And we've got a novice, so we're starting with a library. So you're 80, so minimum, actually let's not bother with minimum, we're wealthy. 714, 816, 24. I was going to say it'd be nice if it was evenly divisible, but we're not going to manage that, and let's put a couple of these in. And I do want to, actually there's already prestige gimmicks down here, isn't there? But I'm going to put this in the central space because, again, I do like to actually design the dungeon as part of what the game offers. Cool. And I think early on I'm going to increase my goblin count as well. Just get the work done because we do need a lot of work for 3 gates open already, and I'm only prepping for 1. So what do you want? Kill some monsters, read some books. So his research is starting off near 200, so we need to get better libraries soon as well, which means prestige. So skeletons aren't good opponents for these guys, but oh well. I've got skeletons and bats are probably worse. And the bats aren't aggroing, so maybe they're the wrong way around. Actually, the heroes will, the fighters will run in and they'll be in range. So that's okay. We got most of his DPS need, which is actually a small fraction of his overall need if the bar is proportionate. Yeah, most of what he wants is the reading. 72 provides for 70, that's annoying. More goblins. Now, we've got a guy coming this way. Is there anything we can do? Gotta get some fighting done when he arrives. There's a cellar, so let's use... I have rats, where did I get them from? Oh. Did I already have them and just didn't have enough prestige? Ah, yes, yes. Let's put rats to expand our territory. Just being generous there. Even though they're not finished building that out, let's start building the armory, because maybe he'll see it and path to it when he gets to these bats. 200, no, hang on. Yeah, 200, 120, 180, 240. One of these then to start with. And is that too large? Can we just fit it in? We can just fit it in. Oh, the orientation seems to matter. Because it needs space for the goblin to work that way. Or is it lying to me? Nope. There we go. That's annoying. I was going to put rooms here and here. They'll have to be... I don't want to interrupt the gold, so we'll do that even though some of this isn't in my control. Here and here. Gold can be there. Gold can be there. Gold can be there. A few pieces on the walls. Let's have our trademark waiting room guy. And just because they're cheap, let's pop some bats here actually as well. Maybe that'll help with the heroes' combat needs. Probably won't do much for the tanking heroes, but the mages will get some free damage. Leveling up again. So yeah, again, he's not actually finding his way to the library because he's just fighting monsters forever. One, because there's too many prestige gimmicks around here, so when he's toured them all, maybe he'll stop, but they're not threatening him. He's still got 2 potions and he needs more gold, so I don't mind him still being there actually. Boom. And boom. And we're getting rid of you. And you. So maybe we'll turn this into a room. We'll square it off at any rate. There's no reason not to. It might be good to have more options here. And again, I might think of a monster as not something to put into a corridor anymore unless I need it for territory, but maybe think about combat rooms as a concept, so build out a space in the wall just to put a monster to fight in, you know. Right, so you've just about fought your way through. You still need gold, which is annoying. Maybe this is where we can put some gold and some more monsters. A champion already. And he's coming for me with both of them have got almost nothing and they're getting annoyed. You can tell by the way they're... Of course I haven't actually provided anything here. Okay. Ah. Big gold pile, so you're done when you get here. I'm anticipating the levels leveling up, so let's just be quite generous with the gold. I might have to just... One of them's got a tiny bit of energy, one of them is literally 0. If you spawn and hit him once, I can kill them and then release them just to get some distance towards that mission. Okay, he's doing his reading. But he won't have any more gold in his path for a while. Again, not totally against putting extra gold in the corners of the rooms. I need soul energy. Okay. Zap you.
And are on their way to your dungeon, Heartmaster.
Okay. Zap you to prison and immediately release you. I have to do it, what, 3 times? Something like that? I think releasing heroes actually sets back the champion's timer. But I'm not totally sure. Let's just go fight him while the bats are on him. Now he's got invulnerability, which is used, so that was a bit of a waste of that spell. Until it wears off. And then hit him with magic missiles, maybe. Okay. Let's hit hit him a life drain just to get the fight over faster. And an acid arrow. So you see, we can freely cast quite a lot more spells, and our mana will just increase as our prestige grows as well. Okay, dealt with. Run. Now, how are we getting on? Okay. Oh, libraries are so expensive. There's a lot of gold on the map though, so let's just do it. You provide 200, 120. It feels like it's deliberately not quite enough to annoy me. Okay, we'll put 2 of them in and have slightly too much. 2 of these for recharge. And I'd love to be able to put an armory here. It's going to have to be a cheap one. Well, not necessarily, actually, this is the only bit that's really expensive, right? Pop you down. You're 200. You're 180. You're 240. Put 1 of you in. So it's just shy of capacity, but it's okay, we'll come back and top it up when we get more gold. Our heroes are leveling up a lot. 150. Is it worth getting you? Depends how long until you visit that library again. So yeah, I'm going to get both of these wizards because I won't pile up too many either. I do need some soul energy and some gold before I get too far behind. Got you. And got you. Gold. Let's finish this armory off. It needs at least 1 more crate. Doesn't need a huge one. Let's double check. 180 at 200. Let's pop another one of these in. And why not? For recharge. Are you medium armor stand? Was I smart enough to do that? Yeah. I've done that already. Gold piles. Put 1 in there. And hopefully we'll be able to afford this one momentarily. Yes. Okay. Put rats to fight in here. And once it's built, we'll delete this because it's luring heroes up here sooner than I want them to be here. Alright, what about digging? Almost done with that excavation. These excavations are done, so we can now top up on the gold. And they need more to fight. There's rats there. It's not giving me access to slimes, which are the enemies that mages prefer, so I'm just gonna pop some 3 population points, 3 population points. Pop some skeletons in here. Again, I know I'm doing what I said I wouldn't, which is putting monster spawners really close to rooms, but it's one thing that annoys me a little bit about the campaign. Most of them have quite a lot of pre-dug corridors. I'd love a blank slate start sometimes. But then that's what the sandbox mode is for, if that's what you really want. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, we've got monsters coming, or heroes coming from this direction, don't we? I need to deal with that in a minute. I'm so broke though. Can I level up my monsters? Yes. And what about our power? Without spells, how are we against 1 hero? We don't hit very hard. Okay, yeah, we'll beat one comfortably, but it takes longer than it should. So maybe library, armory, combat room. Combat room. Get them to path in here. You're gonna get a lot more done, are you, apart from fight some bats? Right, I'm gonna go get you for soul energy and gold. Oh, you're not even. Okay. You're 0, haven't you? But at least I'll get the gold. Now, did I get some soul energy just for the kill? No. Okay, get you. Okay, not going too badly over there. Decent piles of gold. Armory, library, gold, monsters, something like that. Need more money. Need like the ground to build both of them. I'll square it off. Heroes are leveling up fast in this level. What about these sellers? How quickly can we get to them? Might as well get ready to do one. See, I think this is the right approach for this level, is deal with the paths one at a time instead of half-assing all three at the beginning. And I'm saving soul energy to level my monsters right now. I'm strong enough with my spells, I don't need to make myself better. You just need to read a book and you'll be good. Get your gold, yes. Now I'd like to build a library here. No, still not quite. Wait for some of these guys to get low and then release them.
A champion has entered the dungeon.
I would like to go get him before he makes the other heroes angry. Even though they're going to follow me down, we can at least hit him with some splash damage before he makes them. Well, he doesn't have invulnerability. Some of them do. Hit him with that, hit him with those. Attack him. And we'll run if we have to. We have to. Hit him with a fireball, even though I'll hit the other ones. Don't think that'll kill them. Yes. Keep chasing me. Oh, Dot might get him actually. An arrow. So yeah, the champions are higher level than me, so they're actually quite tough. Okay. Okay. If I'm lucky, you'll go this way and notice the library. Oh, the heroes are really outpacing us. There we go. Gold, not enough. I think we're spending a lot refilling. I'm going to get someone that's low for more gold. going to be around the corner here. I just don't want to aggro that mage. I want them to come down here and notice the library. Get the gold. Zap him off to prison. Round to the corner. 800 is enough. Okay, so this might... I want to build it here. Now I want to put it beside him, but no, I think I want to alternate. So let's go on here. Maybe putting these farther away from the entrances could be good, to less the chance to get pulled out by fights, but the idea was it would be easier to notice, but again, it doesn't seem like line of sight is the factor, so maybe in the corner is better. 120. 70. Something my brain says it was 80, but I'm wrong. 2 of these then. A couple of those in the corner. Okay. I'd be so pleased if you would go to it, but you're not going to, are you? Okay, let's portal home, release you, and we'll deal with you. So close to a nice injection of soul energy, but this will do. Get close, fight some bats. Nothing comes up because the wizard helped you. And prison you go. Now, is this enough to build an armory? 350. Let's try and put it back there. 240. Maybe it's any one of the gimmicks acts as a marker for the range at which heroes notice. I don't know. One of these and 2 of these. One of these and 2 of these. Yeah. Can I get 2 of these? I get 2 of the other ones, which is better than one of these, but it costs twice the goblin manpower. That's fine. I'm sure I could have just waited for a second, but oh well. Heroes are leveling up a lot every 2 minutes. I guess with 3 open gates from the get-go, I do technically have a lot of potential for soul energy gain. I'm just not getting it. I want this gold. And we'll let that be done, one thing at a time. Goblins are almost done here. Yeah. Maybe let's go up here and try our luck. Because if we can do this seller's objective, we'll get bonus character points, which could be very helpful. The best presents I can have. Hard to say when you're so broke. And I guess I just start trashing. It's not in my territory. I could bring it under my control, but I don't want to spend population points just for that. Don't make too much noise. So I'm guessing when I smash them, I have to wait for a while before I smash another one. Okay, that caused a hero to come out. Does fighting the heroes count as making noise? We'll find out. How much am I waiting for? 202, not that far away. Oh, beating me up. And I'm dead? Yeah. Jeez, alright. So without home territory advantage, I'm still pretty weak. Oh. Take that. I do have gold to heal the heart, so I do have to be careful. Fireball, hopefully AoE hits them both. Yeah. Excuse me. That might be the problem. What's this actually do? Attack speed and movement speed. Oh god, I'm getting beat up. Life drain. you. I would love to get the Dungeon Guardian, but I can barely spare the soul energy. Acid Arrow. Heroes leveled up again. Okay, this is going to be an uphill struggle for at least a little while. I want some rats in here to fight. Might be completely useless. Actually, I should make them skeletons because only heroes have any business being in there, right? Fighters. Okay. And I probably need more gold in the dungeon, it's hard to say. I've got a decent amount, big piles. Put some in the corners there. Not really any available corners for these ones. Gold there, gold there. Okay, and when they get... How many heroes actually still need gold? That'll give me a good indication, won't it? There's only 2 in the dungeon and one of them's eating me. 113 is not that difficult to meet for now. Okay. Get your gold, get your gold. Zap you to prison. Release a weak one. Release you. Is that the objective done yet? Nope. No. Okay. I think I do want more prison space than that though. I don't know if putting it like that is a good idea or not. That won't even let me. Okay. Okay, it's quite strict about that. Again, I think I want to save up and level my creatures where they get to the point where they're really just ineffective. Which means I'm not getting prestige, which means I'm not getting stronger in the heroes are. It's a real tricky one. Need to read. There's one there, there's one there. You're bound to stumble into one. Let's have a... Don't spend that much. Treasure room. I know I said I'm saving up, but I can't help myself. It's got to look nice. So when I come to here and they're going to make a pathing choice, that's obviously more tempting, right? And then they're in range of all this. Let me put a little pad of gold here too, why not? You could fill up here. Yes, oh that was glorious. Just filling one hero helps so much. So that was 600 straight away, and 600 more over time, over a long time, granted from the imprisoning, and a small bonus for killing with the Dungeon Lord. Boom, boom. Gotta spend it all on the monsters. 17, as much as I can. And what's the bonus from the kill? Maybe you don't always get it, it doesn't always show, I don't know. Or maybe killing it with a tick of spell damage doesn't count. Or maybe the game is just finicky. Just trying to keep an eye and see how they're progressing. So again, we're having issues with the tanking, but the monsters being really under leveled is going to be part of that. This has got to be an arena, hasn't it? Let's put some rats in it. And maybe a pad of gold. And again, it's got to look nice. And we'll put a small pile of gold here just for the top up. Maybe or possibly unnecessary. As a champion, how long have you been here? I need to get him before he pisses off other heroes. Bats help me with the stun. He doesn't have invulnerability, so it should be a lot easier than the others. Does have a lot of help, and same with the fireball as well, just for more dot damage. And then hopefully the dots will kill him before he murders me. Yeah, when I'm in my own zone of control with the regen, I'm not too bad. Again, just not an efficient killing machine. I don't even know if champions bring gold into the dungeon. Let's find out. Boom. Excuse me. He's about to kill me. No. Oh, good. Again, that's just the ones that are pathing from here, right? Because I just get here, get bored, and wander up. So that's the next thing I've got to worry about. Still got enough monster population. I'm seeing the value of Sight of Evil spells all of a sudden, actually. Still don't know if it's worth spending a skill point on, but because I want to know if there's a monster shelter for grabs around here. Now I can easily just scout that by walking up, but let's try it. No. I leveled up again. Okay, now that this is done, we can take this gold. Am I actually going to win? Okay, life drain. I've got it, I should use it. Phew. Gold. Better presence. I actually feel like better presence is going to be quite important. There we go. I guess take stock of the situation. That was just a wee labyrinth full of gold, wasn't it? Optional hero gate, that'll do one. I want to get... I don't think it was one of the objectives actually get all the hero gates, so maybe I won't. Here is a monster shelter. Skeleton warriors. Is it already under my control? It's so difficult to tell. I mean, I guess it's the population would help me, right? 12 plus 12 is 24. Plus 12 is 36. Plus 8 is 44, so yes, it is under my control. But what else is there? No more evil eye spells. And the reason I was worried about digging through is in case it went to the enemy's dungeon. Solid, let's do it. No, let's not until we've got all 3 paths secure. Whew, still in 4 levels behind on the monsters, which is really not good. So if we can chip away at this, just pay more attention this time I don't get killed while I'm fighting. Can I? Yes. And when they get low, I'll release a couple and demolish those cells. I might as well just kill you on the way past because I'm never going to give you any soul energy in the dungeon. Oh, just zap. Zap quickly. The one that came down and killed me is still here, isn't he? Yeah. Life drain. I said life drain. There we go. Did I have gold? Yeah. Run. Okay, that didn't trigger one. Maybe it's how many melee swings, because this took more swings to demolish, didn't it? Heroes have become stronger. And I do want to spend some gold on the heart. Regen. Keep an eye on the heroes. What do you want? A little bit. Little tanking. You're new. Gold needs are up to 333. Might be time to start upgrading the gold piles. 70. 100. So the best gold piles are expensive are 400, and after that it's 100. So if I was rich, I could get them done on one visit. These take a few visits. These are a lot less relevant. Okay. He just needs to read a book. He can do that. I'm not sure if I hate aggroing the heroes from these because they have gold. Just one at a time I can do it. Still no. Maybe it's just a chance. Oh, okay, hit it through the wall. Fair enough. I also noticed I made a mistake when I talked about gold income from mining. It seems like every tile has a tiny bit of gold, and that's where all the 8s and 12s are coming from, but the actual gold tiles are worth a bit more, so that was just me not paying attention. I want to life drain him just because I'm not going to heal unless I run back to my territory, which is a pain. Very minor pain, but it's there. Okay. Let's lure more than one. Let's not risk it. Let's splash you with acid and run around the corner, and then when life drains off cooldown, that should finish you off and heal me. Not bad.
The dungeon heart is taking damage.
Okay. Oh, you're almost full as well, and I'm pretty sure the Dungeon Guardian doesn't count. It's 150 energy, but I am going to summon him. I'm going to level my monsters. No, I'm not. I need 328. Am I winning this fight? God, just about. Or rather, maybe not quite. Smash this. Let's just smash them all and I'll teleport home. Is it going to give me anything? No. Quickly please. I think they always aggro on your Guardian first. Okay. That got me a little bit of money. What's my next priority? Again, I would love to start upgrading gold piles and stuff, but I feel like leaving this third entrance like completely untended for much longer is going to be an awful idea. So do I want bats for visibility or rats for control? I want rats for control and as more solid combat opponents. I will uncover all this and get it under our control and then make a plan for what to do with it. Prisons. Okay, first of all, level up your monsters. And I'll dismiss both of these heroes. I know it's not totally necessary right now, but I just don't want less efficient cells getting used. Challenge, break things. Oh, I guess prison stuff count. Got you, okay. Zap you off. Please don't go into the crabby one. You didn't. So again, I don't know if it's random or if it's the most recent one you built or what, but that's okay. Gold, doing well for gold. I was considering this, wasn't I? But I'm going to stabilize this first. That would have given me a scroll. I suppose it's a magic vision one. No. Can't remember I've got these. Why is there always one that looks like... It's weird. Really? More? Okay. So yeah, these are not from the top path, these are from the bottom paths, and they're getting to the heart without filling up their needs, so this still isn't efficient enough. Now what have you arrived in want of? just fighting. So I think that's just the monsters being useless. And I've got a big pile of soul energy from somewhere. Did I fill somebody up? I did. So I'm going to let him fight my guardian. I think I've already splashed him with acid and go get this guy. Please tell me I was just use Life Drain. Good God. Whew. Get his gold. Okay. I'm going to have to just kill you. No reason not to. Level. So occasionally we're getting a mage all the way up, but we're struggling with the warriors, and the champion could be a headache. Because champions will not always be down for the heart. If they get near a prison, they'll wander in and free everybody. Which, stop winning. Get your gold. Stand up here and regenerate, which is a real problem. Maybe we need lottery gold piles in only heroes, only fighters will go in here. Well, they're actually too big to go in the little alcoves that I like to make as well. We'll put one there, that covers that gate. So I think both gates will need at least one jackpot pile of gold. This one can be here. Again, just sort of hoping that they'll actually run into it. I'll put some more gold there as well. See, sometimes it feels like we could just put a couple of small things here in case they get all the way here with a little bit left, but all it's doing is luring them up. Now, I also need more monsters to fight, but I'm loath to blow too much population, but let's double up our combat arena on each side. I mean, I'm kind of only assuming heroes are finding their way in as well. Let's put, just to increase the chance that they'll wander in. I'm pretty sure these are an aggro range, but we'll do this anyway. What are we at here? 401. Now, when the heroes have got a capacity of 600 plus, that's not daunting. It's just getting my evil grubby hands on it. Ah, there's the champion. Another thing champions will do, so first of all they'll bulldoze your monsters because they're a lot stronger than heroes. They have an aura, so sometimes it makes your monsters weak. That's what his is. Sometimes it makes allied units stronger, but they've got a buff or debuff aura. They encourage other heroes to ignore the loot and the fighting and just go for your dungeon heart, so they can gather a party with them basically, and they can free people from prisons, and they go after your dungeon heart, and they're generally good at beating you up. So I need to get him before he causes too much discontent, even though there's no one really there. He's got Berserker, which he hasn't used. Oh, just needed gold. Okay, so he actually did manage to get filled up, and I probably just stopped him from filling up completely because I'm an idiot. Okay, zap him with the acid arrow. I do know he won't heal, so that's Quicksilver. As soon as I see the icon, I'm going to run. Yeah. And you'll get your gold from in there, as long as you don't get torn apart. You've got one healing potion, you should be okay. Zap him with magic missiles and then keep running. No one to distract me here. Okay, he'll run to the bats. The bats will stun him. And when he's stunned, we'll hit him with acid again. And then we'll get some melee hits if we can. And hopefully this will be off cooldown by the time we're... Nope. I said by the time we're under attack ourselves. Run. Hit him with Life Drain. Fight him. Attacking the skeletons. Good skeletons. Magic missile should finish him. Almost. 9 health. Hit him for 9. Perfect. Now, this guy here should have got his gold. Yes, so he is my next target. I also went and got a big pile of soul energy. I would love to know if people are going in here. I need to start paying attention to it. Or in here, rather. Well, he did, I guess, didn't he? Still being chased. Rat, interception. Skeleton, hold the line. Hit him. Hit him with a fireball just to kill him before I get murdered. Yes, get the gold. Zap the body. Rats to the rescue. And then I'm going home. Haha. What are my prisons like? Okay. Not going too terribly badly now, I feel like. Definitely stabilizing. But again, conscious of time, I think this might be a good place to call it. So on the agenda, deck out this hero route. So the 3 gates that are open are all catered for. After that, we'll look at either investigating what this secret is or opening the other hero gates. It's tempting me to pop a point into this, but it's just loath to do it. They're so precious. Skill tree plans. Might be just about done with the offensive tree. I know technically this is a spell, but it's a melee attack against all enemies around you. Melee attacks are always going to be useless. This does state damage done by normal attack, so it's useless. This critical hits, I'm pretty sure spells don't crit, so not interested. This isn't half bad. More soul energy bonus when I killed a hero. But what I'm looking at now is Ice Shield. I'm too fragile. Heal, the same reason. Improved health that I need to get to arrive at heal, but it'd be welcome anyway. And invisibility and invulnerability. Those are the ones I'm really looking at. Normally I really like going for better goblins and stuff. More gold from heroes is a good one, but again, they don't really fit the theme of this build and we don't have that many points to play with. But yeah, I think I'll be saving it here then, and next episode see if we can make some progress, maybe get these 2 gates open, see how we go. But anyway, thanks for watching folks, and see you next time.